Hi and welcome to this tutorial in which I'll teach you about the filter method, but we're going to create it ourselves because in the previous lesson I couldn't teach you about it. So let's get started. We can create a function called map. We can accept two parameters, which is the array and the callback. So we're going to do, sorry, it was filtered. We're going to do the same as we did with the map. So we're going to declare the length of the array. We also need the how can I say this? The for loop. And we need to declare an empty array so we can return it after we finish iterating each item in the array. Let's call this filter items equal empty array. So this is the important part, the for loop. We're going to go through each of the array items. So we can say var evaluated item is the current item of the array, and this is the part where we use the callback to determine if the item can be kept in the array or it should be discarded. So we can call the callback and we send the evaluated item and the I, which is the index. So if the user doesn't need this, it can be optional, but they will always need to call this. So the function will eventually return a boolean value or a value to be evaluated by an if statement. And what will happen if the item is approved to be kept in the new array is that we can push the item to the filter items array like this. And if it doesn't, we can just ignore it. So we can call this callback approve, and let's use this function now. So we have an array of numbers from 1 through 10, and we only want to keep the numbers that are pair or that can be divided by 2 and leave no reminders. So this time we're going to use our own function. So we pass the array numbers and a function. So we only need the current number, so we're not going to accept the index. We could, but we don't need it, so we're going to name it number, and we return number remainder 2 is strictly equal to 0. So What's happening here is that we're actually dividing the number by 2, but this operator means the modulo operator, or the remainder. So when you divide, for example, 3 divided by 2 is going to be 0, but the remainder is going to be, let's say, no, if you divide 3 by 2, it's going to be 1, but the remainder will be 1, so it will be a decimal, but we don't care about decimals, we only care about pairs. So the remainder has to be 0, and the remainder of 0 means that the number is fully divisible by this number on the right hand assignment of the expression. So we can actually do something like return not number. We can copy this. So if this returns 0, it will be false, but we can flip the false into a true value by negating it with this exclamation symbol. But we are okay with this for now. We console.log the pair numbers to see what happens. And you see, we only keep those numbers that are divisible by 2, as you see here. And I hope it was clear, so if you have any question, you can leave that in the comment section. And thank you and goodbye. See you in the next lesson.